So you may be watching this, you've got a piece of A4 paper on the desk with a name that looks like mine on it, and you googled it to find out who this person, this man is. You know, it used to make me sick, all of this paperwork. And, you know, you bureaucrats, you don't realise what you're doing to the world. Years ago, when I got a letter through my letterbox, I would take it seriously. It was addressed to my name. And so I picked it up and tried to honour that, tried to respond to that. But now I realise that you was just placing a puppet in front of me and expecting me to dance that puppet that you created. That person, that legal fiction, that corporation entity. You know what I'm talking about. Or maybe you don't, because you haven't researched your own government to find out what it's really based on, as far as morals and laws and what you're supposed to, how you're supposed to treat other people. But no, you obey paper. You obey names and symbols and seals and signatures. You obey a system. You obey a set of codes. You don't obey yourself. You worship and obey the whole government aspect, the whole nation and the flag, so much that you forget about human life and reason and morality and nature, and think that somehow civilization is far better than that. Well, no, civilization is missing one thing: spirit, true spirit. We've been sold a paper system, and we've danced to your puppets for so fucking long, and we've tried to speak in legalese, in your terminology, so that you can understand, because you come across as being so damn intelligent, you authority people, you paper workers, pen pushers. You know, I'm not dancing to that legal fiction anymore. I've stopped dancing to your tune. Stop following your pipe. You know? Because, as it says in the Bible even, we were born into sin. Now, do I believe in the Bible? It doesn't matter. You do. Because you swore an oath to God for your government. And I'll not argue this anymore over paper. I'm going to see you in court and hold you to your oath. You know, I've tried to reason, I've tried to give reasons, but no, my reasons are not good enough, and you won't even offer the right questions or offer remedy. No, the law is the law because you say so. Actually, you've got it wrong. You have got it badly wrong. And your corporation doesn't give a shit about the individual. It's like an army. You're just another kamikaze pilot for the corps. And you're just a headless corpse because you have no head. If I ask you, have you all the authority to change the administration, to change this document, you'd say, no, I have to speak to my superiors. Yes, your mindful obedience will be rewarded. I will hold you to your oath because you have broken the first commandment of your own oath. The book, the word that you swore to the people and to God. You'll be held to that oath. And the corpse, the corporation, the system, the paper, you will suddenly realise then when you're on your own what government is. Government is Satan, and you are Satan's slaves, Satan's little workers. Now, whether you're evil or not, that's for us folks to find out, because you will be held to your oath, and then you will know what the true argument is about. You will know what you've been missing. you will know and you will understand that you've been sat day for day filling out pieces of paper, playing with people's lives just to keep your own job, your own family, your own vanity intact. Now that vanity will collapse like a house of cards when the penny drops, when you realise that you've been duped. Your legal language doesn't work anymore because it tempts a response, and I give no response to paper. I give no response to somebody who cannot answer to themselves. I give only responses to those men and women who can stand up and speak through their own voice, through their own volition, and speak their own truth. No longer shall I be scared by companies, corporations, gaining the force of law to coerce people into becoming customers, binding them to contracts that they didn't sign, didn't even agree to. You just have to work out, is your job really worth it for the total enslavement of mankind, bowing down to Satan? Now, if you don't believe all of this Satan thing, God thing and everything, then you should leave the government anyway, because you signed a fucking oath. You swore an oath. You swore an oath, and not to Satan. Maybe. Read the Bible if you're a government civil servant. At least the 10 Commandments. Read the first one. Thou shalt not worship any other God but me. Don't care what religion we're talking about. Your government is based off these things. Now we're all being forced to obey, worship carved images of ourselves. That shall end. That shall finish. That shall be no more. We shall no longer worship and obey something that's just paper, something that's a flag, something that doesn't exist. We shall no longer obey things that we know should not be obeyed. You know, to get ourselves out of this sin that we was apparently born in, the sin of following the money, obeying the government, obeying authority, that's our sin. That's our sin. And when we go against that first commandment, thou shalt not worship any other God but me. Me is no longer government. Me is fucking me. And you, if you call yourself me. But it's not we. Yeah? You are your own Lord. I am my own Lord. I don't want a group spirit. Look at what it gets us into. All of these bureaucrat people, all of these authoritarian people following some mammon Satan entity and passing it off as a good moral God thing. Sorry, I'm losing my words now. I'll finish it here. But I'll let it be known, this is a time of realisation where people realise that they're going to cast away their false images, put down their puppets, and no longer dance for authorities, no longer dance to them envelopes that come through the letterbox. We're just going to laugh and take you all into a realm of speech, make you all accountable for your own words, make you all accountable for your actions, so that no longer is it worth your job to fuck with the people.